Hi, and welcome back to FemLogic AI, where we show you how to use AI and automation to make your life smoother and easier and save time so that you can use that time to do things that bring you joy. So thanks for coming today. We've got some fun stuff to look at. Uizard, or Uizard, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but a really cool tool if you are into user interface and user experience, so UI, UX. When I look at this kind of thing, I think, oh gosh, all those app ideas, I know this has happened to you where you've got a great idea, no idea where to begin, right? It sounds easy to build an app, but then you really start digging in and you're like, whoops, that's a lot of work. Sometimes it just takes one of these apps like this to come along and show you how it can be done. If nothing else, you could use it as a baseline to show a developer as where you want to go. So anyway, I'm going to show you that today, and I think you're really going to like it. So stay tuned. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to go out to is uizard.io, and that's uizard.io. And you're going to go out there and you're going to create an account. So I have not done this yet, so I'm going to walk you through and show you that it's 100% free. So I'm going to sign up for free. I'm going to go over here, and I like to use my Google account on this. So I'm just going to select my personal Google account. Since this is not highly sensitive, I'm going to use the Google account. I'm going to say continue. And then I'm going to go in here. It's going to come up with probably another screen, where I have to accept. So I've read the terms. I do not want to receive newsletters. No offense, just get too many emails. So always look at the check boxes. All right, let's see. Love to bit more about you. What kind of work do you do? I'm in IT. So let's see, what kind of team am I on? I'm business operations. We'll just say business operations, and I'm going to say I'm a director. And as a director of business operations, are you planning to use this for just personal? I'm looking to maybe, what do I want to do with this? So I think that really in my mind, I've got like an app in my head, like what it might look like. And so let's see what we can do. So I just really want to do it for fun, and let's see what we can do. Okay, Uizard is more magical and collaborative with others. Invite your team. I don't have any teams, so I'm going to skip that for now. And I heard about it through, let's see if I can find, I actually heard about it through Matt Wolf is who I heard it from. And if you're not following Matt Wolf, you should. He has a lot of really great content out there, quality content, as far as like he runs futuretools.io, which is another really great resource. So futuretools.io has like over 2,000 AI tools listed out there. Yeah, some of them are repetitive, and anybody can list them out there. But I think it's a really good resource. There's a lot of stuff out there. And they're categorized well. So what do you want to achieve with Uizard? Let's see. I think mobile app is probably where I would go with this. I usually get that, you could use it for brainstorming, redesigning. I'm going to design a new app. And so let's go out here. Let's go next. All right, and I'm just going to do the free one. So I can create for like unlimited for free. I can export to PNG or JPEG, so I can or PDF, and I can have up to 2 projects. So for right now, that's where I want to be. And if I decide I really love it, then I can go to Pro, and I can, get even more features. So they have Auto Designer and all that good stuff. But for right now, I'm just going to go with continue with free. It's going to pull up my information here, and then it says, okay, let's go. So I can search from a template, or I can actually generate from the Auto Designer. And so this is a beta form, so we can auto design there. It looks like they've got a lot of templates to use from. Let's just try the generate it through Auto Designer, right? Because that's really what we want, right? We know templates. We can find templates on the internet. So I'm going to do a mobile app, even though my app would, in theory, probably tablet and desktop and all of the above. And then I'm just going to put in here a description of what my project looks like. And so it says in plain English, type what your project look like. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, I am building an app to help pet owners find friends for their pets to play with as well. I'm going to say find plans pets to play with. It should include, let's say, a pet profile with characteristics. And let's see, I'd say, and preferred, and a calendar. How about our calendars? So that we can say, all right, I can spell it right. Or I can use spell check because I'm really, really bad. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to just see, I've got it to 300 characters. I'm going to see what it can do. So I'm thinking in my mind, this is just a generic think Match.com for pets, so to speak, only, find a friend, maybe, should include, pet characteristics. I'm going to say geographic location too. Again, I am terrible, and the reason that spell check exists. All right, so I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to say, describe the style. And so I want a fun, I'm going to say colorful, with dogs. I'm going to say dog owners, not pets. So dog owners, style with dogs, and I'm going to say and outdoors. Right, let's see. Decide the design style, pick keywords or both. And so I'm just going to leave it like that for right now because it's my first time running through this. I can go through here and I can say, do I want it to be modern or light, artsy, techie? So since it's just a pet app, so that we can coordinate with our neighbors or people that we don't know, if we all have labs or whatever that is, let's go here and go. I'm going to go artsy and see what it does. So let's use this beta and see what it's got. All right. Let's see, the style is pale green. I'll say, when describing your project style, you ask an auto designer to be inspired. It's working? Okay. Oh, that's interesting. The auto designer can help you create ideas. All right, so this is what's going on, just what I gave it, which was just a few sentences. And as you can tell, really not that much stuff. Oh, how cute. So it did pull in a cat, which is interesting. So I guess, I don't know, cats aren't as social as dogs, but I don't have a cat, so I may be wrong on that. But you can go in here. But I think this is really cool. You can say generate another. So if I don't like this, I'm sure I can swap out the pictures. Oh yeah, look at all this. So where this is really, okay, see other plans. So if you want unlimited screens, I see. So it's saying, I think it's good. So I'm going to say, yes, this is good. But when you click on the screens here, and it looks like you can only generate, oh, I see what it's saying. It can only generate 5 screens because I just have the free plan. But if I had more plans, I could do more. I can select with shapes. I can do stuff. But when I look at it like this, and so this is going to be an app on my phone. And I can actually, go in here and I can select different pieces. I can say I want that to be a different picture. I can say, all right, I can upload an image. And I don't know if you can tell right here, but when I clicked that design. And so now I can see how it's interacting, which if I'm, as somebody who once was a programmer, this kind of information would be very useful to me because when you're talking to people who are not technical, they've played with apps, but they don't actually understand what's behind the hood. So I know from that these are probably login screens, right? That's a login screen for, the pet owner. They can go in there and they can, that's a screen where they set up their profile. And one of them is just a login screen. And then they can find, so they can search on here, and I can see that. This is, kind of small, so I'll make it bigger so you can see what's going on here. But I think that's interesting how they've got Lego people on here. I don't know that I would have necessarily chosen those pictures, but still, I have a lot of information here, which is really great. I can say date, guest, location. So it did a really great job. I think that's really cute. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Let's go back to my information here. Oops. Okay, so I'm back, and I did, mess with my screen a little bit. So we're gonna look at it here, and I'm gonna move this little guy up just a tad so that we can see, all the stuff. I did, make it 63% so that I could see better. As you can see, there's a location there. I don't, it's asking me about the wizard, like what I want to do here. I can go up just a tad and I can say, okay, like the style, I can see the location, I can see where it's got a little buddy thing where you can actually use it in a chat. So I think that's a really good thing there. And so I can actually export it, I can design it. When I was telling you earlier, when you click the interact button, that's when you get all these interactions. And so what that means is when you click on this guy right here, it goes over to this screen over here. And so that's really cool. So I guess when I close that out, so yeah, so you can see that and it goes in and it shows you how these things are interacting, which is very useful to a programmer. So best case, let's export it and see what happens. So, all right, I want to hand off this code and it's just CSS, doesn't want a cascading style sheet. So I want to export it. Okay, I have to select the screen specifically to export. So if I'm going to export this screen, so one thing that might be more useful to you, and I'm not sure if this is how they originally intended it, but what you could do is actually take this back down and take a big screenshot, which might be an easier flow there to send to a designer, or you can export it and saying I have to touch a screen. So let me touch this screen, so that screen, and now if I export it with their things there, I'm going to export it to PNG, and it says I can upgrade to Pro and get the cascading style sheet, but and I can't export. So it doesn't, looks like it's not going to let me, so I can preview it, see what it's going to look like when I export it. And yep, looks like I'm going to have to do that, but it did say I could export. So, we may have to play around with that a little bit. It looks like I can share it and publish it and embed it. And so I can have Shauna's organization. Right now it's just one person, but I could add more people. And I'm guessing if I add more people, that has to be on the Pro version. But anyway, I thought this was super cool because this is one of the best ones I've seen so far, where it actually comes out with everything I asked for. It's got my calendar on here. It's got a little chat. I didn't even ask for the chat. It came in there and it said, this is probably something you're going to want. So it used that intelligence to build that. So anyway, I thought this was super cool and really useful, particularly if you want to start building your app. I can tell you from experience, as somebody who used to be a programmer, a lot of the back and forth with customers is where a lot of your time is money. And so we're charging you by the hour to figure this out, pull this out of your head, where you don't realize you need a login screen, you need a calendar, and you need a chat, and you need a location, which means you have to touch the GPS. And so all of those things. So in theory, you could use this as a business opportunity as well. So you could make this kind of tool, use this kind of tool for customers, and then hand the development off to a developer and let them develop. Or if you're fortunate enough to know how to be a developer, have at it, go for it. So I think this stuff's really cool. I liked how they did all this. Some of these things they've got in here, like Max's profile, I think is really cute. You can chat, and as you can see with the connections, this chat goes back here. I've got pictures and activities and clips and favorites, and so I think this is a really great start for an app. And so you can add in your comments. So if app building is something that interests you, or the user interface, that's always the hardest part. Because as you all know, if you get frustrated with an app, you won't use it. So that user interface and that user experience is very, very important. So get it right the first time. So anyway, that is my 2 cents on the Uizard, and I think that's really, really great. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed Uizard, and I hope you are able to use it to save time, maybe build that dream app that you have in your head. I know my friends and I have sat around for days like, oh, that would be a great app. Well, now you can build it in a matter of minutes just using a text and a few lines of sentences. As you can see, I didn't do a whole lot of effort involved in mine, and it still did a really good job. So if you do use this app and you come up with something really great, I'd love to see it. So pass it along. But as always, thanks for joining us at FemLogic AI, and we hope you learned something today that'll save you time so you can use that free time to do things that bring you joy. Thanks, and I hope you're having a great day.